Folks, we're here today with Sean Renfree from Duke, and Sean was the Pop Warner National College Football Player Award winner this year, which is a great honor. And Sean, it's great to have you here with us, so really appreciate you coming down. Tell us a little bit about your background with Pop Warner. You started where? In Scottsdale, Arizona, is that correct? Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I moved to Scottsdale, Arizona when I was probably about 9 or 10 years old and started playing football immediately. Started with Pop Warner, started flag football and then tackle, and all the way up to high school. And I learned a lot of good things playing football for Pop Warner, and met a lot of great people. So I'm very fortunate.
That's great. Now, as an all-ACC player, I mean, you led the conference in pass completions. You had a lot of records there. And when you start to think about some of the things as far as discipline or as far as the little things about football that Pop Warner taught you, how did that kind of progress for you throughout high school and into college?
Yeah, it all started with Pop Warner. Learn the little things, like you said, how to be competitive, work hard, be tough. Things that I learned, as a kid, transferred over to high school, and then through high school into college, and not only in football, but in other areas of my life, in academics and community service, things like that. And, like I said, I was surrounded by great people who taught me great lessons. It was a lot of fun, too, so I'm, very blessed.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned the community spirit part, which is a big part of Pop Warner. Man, oh man, you brought that full-blown to your Duke career, because you're involved in a lot of community activities. It seemed like everything from Ronald McDonald to active teens. Tell us a little bit about that side of what you've done at Duke.
Yeah, so at Duke we have a great program for community service as a team, and then we have a large number of individuals who like to go out without the team and do things in the community. And the football is about team, and it's about people and giving back. That's what's drawn me to football the most, is being around great people who want to help each other win, and also in the community. And I think Duke's a tremendous place for that. They have a lot of people willing to help, willing to give back and do good things.
It's great. That whole Durham community seems to be that way. I noticed that Coach K's guys were involved in that with basketball as well. When it comes to the campus itself, tell us some of the things that the athletes tend to do there, too, in terms of service, even just around Duke University.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Read with the Blue Devils is a big thing that athletics does, reading to young kids in school. Another big thing that we do is visit the hospital, the Children's Hospital. Duke has a great children's hospital. It's great to go see kids there who have prolonged stays and are even there for a short amount of time. It puts a smile on our face and gives us, a lot of inspiration to go see some of those kids. So that's just a few things we do. Like I said, there's a lot of other things going on at Duke that, don't get a lot of recognition. But, it starts with our athletes.
The other thing that's big about Pop Warner, of course, is the academic side. And I see that you have a pretty glowing resume there, too. You're doing graduate studies right now. Is that correct?
I am, yes. I'm in a one-year graduate program, and I'll actually graduate this December.
That's great. That's great. Now, what did Pop Warner teach you a little bit about that side of scholastics as well? Was that an element of it, too?
Yeah, absolutely. When I played, our coaches always had a standard GPA, and you couldn't play if you had this GPA, and they stuck to that for our best players. They only expected to reach that GPA. They wanted students to do much better than that, and they did. And obviously, not only being competitive in football, but in other areas of life. I never liked it when somebody did better than me in the classroom, and that's how my teammates felt as well. So, carried over to a lot of other places in academics, fortunately one of them.
It's interesting that your undergraduate major, I guess, was in public policy. It seems to be that you're taking a forward step here in terms of a professional career as well that maybe was sparked a little bit by Pop Warner.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to do something that was interesting, and that was, it wasn't the easiest thing. Public policy has been a challenge. I wanted to go to Duke and get a good education, and I felt like, getting a degree in public policy was one way to get a good, fulfilling education at Duke.
When you're talking to Pop Warner kids today, or anybody that's saying, gee, where do I go from here? What are some of the lessons that you think that maybe Pop Warner taught you as you went on?
Yeah, I've said it a bunch of times, just being competitive. I've lost a fair share of my games as well, but I learned to pick myself up and move on. And that not only applies to football, but academics, like you said, community service, being good to people. I learned a lot of those things, playing as a young kid in Pop Warner.
You know, the other thing, though, is you're being modest when it comes to the win side of things. You helped your team to really achieve another milestone now. You're going back to a bowl game. You're going to tell us about that game that you're going to be playing on the 27th.
Yeah, we go to the Belk Bowl in Charlotte. It's close to home for us. We're really excited to be there. We're going to be playing a very good team. I think it's great for our team. It's great for Duke. It's great for our fans. We haven't been for a long time to a bowl game. So I'm really looking forward to it. Practice has been going well. We're very lucky.
We wish you luck on that one. And Sean, just as a lasting thing, if you were talking to the kids out here that are playing today, have you got one lesson or one piece of advice that you'd give them for their futures?
You know what? It'd be stay here, stay in Pop Warner, because that was the best days of my life, was playing in Pop Warner. And everybody says I can't wait till I get to high school. I can't wait to get to college play. But this was a lot of fun for me to be here and playing my days in Pop Warner. So stay here as long as you can.
Never graduate from Pop Warner. Yeah. Sean, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Good luck in the bowl game, and good luck with your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Sean.